have to say, you know, I'm a big fan of the show Game of Thrones, and then to see you in regular clothes, it's always weird when one of the members of the cast
I'm sort of rocking some, like, chainmail, so I thought I'd keep... That's kind of Game of Thronesy.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that is a little bit Game of Thronesy, sure. Yeah. How you doing? Welcome.
I'm really
Thank you for
good.
coming here.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing.
It is my pleasure to have you here.
It's so weird, because I, like, watch your show, like, online, because
I watch your show on television, the way God intended. I love the show. Do you get that all the time? I would assume all the time people come up to you and tell you.
Yeah, people really love it, and it's amazing. Like, I love it, though, so I'm, like, a hardcore fan.
Were you a fan?
From the beginning.
Oh, really? Before you... Because what
Yeah.
season did you start on the show?
Season 3.
Season 3, right. So you... Yeah. Oh, so there were 2 seasons that you didn't... It's not like you knew there was a plan to put you on the show eventually.
No. I just watched it and was, like, obsessed with it.
What were you doing when you got that job?
I was working in a retail store. In a clothes shop at the time.
In a clothing store, really?
Yeah,
wow.
I was, like, really out of work at the time, so I was, like, you know...
You were, like,
paying the bills, as you do.
Cashier or whatever?
Oh, I worked in, like, a clothes store. I had to, like, work behind the registers.
Yes, the register. What do you guys call it?
The till.
Oh, the till. That's very charming.
So I'm working at the till.
Yeah.
So I'd either do that or I would have to fold the clothes, or like...
It sounds like you didn't like the job, is that... No, you didn't like the job, yeah. Did you ever catch anyone shoplifting or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Like, people really liked to rob that shop. It was really
they did?
Yeah, it was like...
What would you do? Was it one of those deals? Because, like, when I worked at a clothing store, they would say, don't do anything, witness them, get their license plate, and I wanted to jump on it.
I think we just had to find a manager. I think that was...
Find the manager?
I can't remember. That's probably wrong. That's probably why I didn't last long there.
Oh. So then did you quit that job for
Yeah, well,
I
auditioned for Game of Thrones while I was working there, and then I got it.
How did they tell you when you get a job on Game of Thrones? Do they call you or do they send a raven? How does it work?
My agent called me.
Oh, your agent called you.
Sadly, not as fun as receiving a raven.
No, a raven would be that would be awesome if they sent ravens.
Yeah.
And this is 7th season. You're finished shooting this?
Yeah, 7's finised.
Do you know what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. You never tell anyone what happened, right?
No.
Do you tell even like your relatives, people close to you? You do not.
No, not really. No, I'm pretty vague about it. Just because I get really cross when people tell me about, you know, shows I like or movies I haven't seen yet, and they tell me, and I'm like, what's the point now?
Right.
But at the same time, it doesn't matter what you think it's going to be. It's always so much more than that. So
there's also this weird thing where I don't want to know what happens, and yet also I feel an urge to pester you into telling me what happens, even though I know I don't want to know what happens.
I'm a fortress. You won't really get it.
You are. So you're uncrackable. By the way, you speak... What's the name of the language you speak on the show? Your characters.
Valyrian.
Valyrian, like the steel.
Valyrian. Valyrian, I think it is in Valyrian. Valyrian.
And is it... It's not obviously working a real language.
No. It's not like a language that exists like in the world, but it does have... It's fully constructed by a genius linguist called David J. Peterson, who has like fully formed...
How do you know he's a genius? Couldn't he just be making things up?
No. I mean, of course he's pulled inspiration from different languages and different sounds and that type of thing, but he's like... The words have meanings, and, you know, there's like... I mean, there's like a dialect. There's like the High Valyrian, Low Valyrian, and the words, like, mean stuff. So when they send me my lines, he's, like, created the word for dragon or created the word for queen or whatever. Like, it has meaning.
What is the word for queen?
Well, in High Valyrian, it is Daria.
Daria?
In Low Valyrian, it is Dare. So, there we go.
Okay, and so then will he go... Oh, we don't know. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that's right.
No, it's
I'm sure
Daria.
some fans will tell me that I was wrong.
Yeah, because there are like 11 maniacs in the world that pay attention to this sort of stuff, and for some reason they have to focus. They've hired a guy full-time to make these 11 maniacs happy.
Right.
Do you love clicking buttons and subscribing to things? Then click the button to subscribe to my channel, and you'll finally be happy.